Checker Pro Joe here on the Checker Pro radio show. It is so great to have you. Zachary Zaras is back here on the program. Zachary, how are you?
I am living the dream. How about yourself?
I'm doing okay. I'm living the dream myself. You know that. Love it, love it, love it. Love what you do at Level Concrete in Houston, Texas. A lot of people know about you, or they may have heard about you. Why don't you quickly explain what you do? And then I've got a question for you.
Okay. Yeah, so we go out, settled concrete driveways, sidewalks, patios. If they've settled, become uneven, or even in some cases been lifted by tree roots, we can come out, inject a nice lightweight polyurethane called level lift below the concrete and put it back into place. So make it safe. So, your family members, your kids, your mother-in-law, nobody trips walking, coming up to your house, and makes things safe around there. And hopefully don't spill your coffee while driving down the driveway. We can get all that done and take care of things to make sure your concrete doesn't have problems in the future.
We've talked about the process before, and for those of you who have not heard about that, it's in previous podcasts. So you can go back and actually watch that. My question today is when you guys make this change, this repair, I don't even want to call it a repair because it's really bringing it back to where it was. When you do that, how long should one expect this to last?
Yeah, so great question. I guess we can look at it as a restoration. We're restoring that concrete, but it's one of those things of the polyurethane. We mentioned it in a previous episode. The material itself is like a rigid plastic. It's going to be there forever. And so once it's injected, once it's in there, it's not washing out. It's not drying out. It's not going to leach. Nothing's under there. So in theory, the product should last forever. Now, there's always maintenance items. Anything goes on. I tell people it's like buying a car. If you go buy a brand new car today and you never change the oil, probably won't last that long. So if you do maintenance on there, so we go out there, we attempt to seal your joints and cracks. We always recommend it. We won't ever force you to get it, but sealing those joints and cracks keeps the water out from below the concrete. So your concrete's going to settle for three main reasons. Either the dirt is going to naturally compact, generally happens within the first 10 years of buying a house or a home being built. The first 10 years, the dirt naturally compacts. The second one is it's going to be dry out. So we get massive droughts like we just went through this past summer. The dirt can dry out, concrete can go with it. And the last one's going to be washout. So anytime those joints, those wooden joints that are in the concrete that our builders love to put in there, when that rots out, that gives you a 1 inch gap for water to go down. So anytime water hits your driveway, it goes below the concrete and it washes the dirt out. And same thing with cracks. Once the concrete cracks and settles, the joints get larger, more water gets in, and it just exacerbates the problem. So once we lift it, yes, we got the concrete back in place, but if we don't keep the water from going below the concrete, it's going to continue washing more dirt out. So the repair itself, in theory, should last forever. I can only do so much to keep the dirt from washing out or settling or drying out. I can't prevent droughts, but I can keep the water from getting below the concrete. And I can give you tips on what to do to maintain your concrete, or you can often have us come back and do the maintenance items yearly just to keep things on check at the end of the day. You want to make sure the maintenance items are done, change your oil on your car, paint your house, put fascia boards in your house, any of the maintenance items, you want those to be done for the item to last. So in our case, do your joints, do your cracks, make sure your backfill's in place, downspouts are routed properly, keep the water away. Water is your biggest enemy for concrete. So if we can take care of water and keep it out of there, the repair could last forever. Now we warranty our product for 5 years. A lot of our competitors, they give a 2 to 5 to 10 year warranties, but oftentimes they limit you to 1 or 2 times they're ever going to come out. So although you may have a 10-year warranty, it may only come out 2 times in 10 years. So if you call them out at 6 months and 9 months, you got a 9 month warranty. We have a 5 year warranty. If I have to come to your house every single month for the next 5 years, you might hate seeing us, but we'll be there. I would hope I never do, but that's our warranty, to be there.
Yeah, that warranty is outstanding. We can't seem to win, right? It's too dry. Now it's too wet. It's too wet. It's too dry. We don't generally, here in this part of the country in Houston, have the benefit of having it be even. When we get rain, we can get flooding rain, inches
Yep.
in a storm, and we've had some of the biggest floods like Hurricane Harvey. at one point the largest disaster, financial disaster in the country. And then
Yep.
we just went, like you said, through a drought last summer. And about 10 years ago, there was another big drought. There are actually some forest fires in the greater Houston area. In Magnolia, Texas, for instance, I remember it was so dry and hot. And these
Yep.
things will always be there, and it will affect your concrete. Um, and there's nothing you can really do about it long term, 20, 30 years. And
Yep.
so that's why you guys are such a great option. You can come in and inject foam and bring it up, and you can seal things and do the maintenance and keep an eye on it over time.
Yep. That's the goal. Take care of it so it doesn't have problems in the future, ideally.
Terrific. Zachary, as always, thank you so much for bringing your expertise to the program.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.